Unlock the deepest layers of your consciousness to become stronger, smarter, and even live longer. All of this with the ancient art of meditation. But what does it truly mean to meditate properly? And how hard could it be to get into a real meditative state? That is exactly what I wanted to discover. So I spent 1 hour every day for 10 days trying to meditate. What happened surprised me. But you gotta focus. Alright guys, so I made this little nook right here for meditation. Got my little salt lamp down there. I also watched and read a ton of tutorials on how to meditate properly, so I hope I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna be taking as long as I need to try to just experience something here, alright? We're meditating. Now there are actually many different types of meditation, but the first I chose to attempt to practice is one of the most popular, known as mindfulness meditation. In an effort to bring your consciousness to the present moment, mindfulness meditation is a technique where you attempt to just be, and any passing thought, rather than going down a thought rabbit hole, you just observe and then let that thought pass by. And the same thing goes for any physical sensation in mindfulness meditation as well. You observe the sensation and just allow it to pass. But as you can see, for me, this was a lot easier said than done. I constantly was feeling uncomfortable trying to sit in this meditative position, and rather than just observing thoughts, I was thinking more thoughts. And then the fact that I couldn't get into a meditative state was becoming frustrating, and I was going down this negative loop. I don't know. Literally the entire time I was just thinking about stuff. I could not let my mind go. Not even for a second. Whether it be about what I'm gonna do right after this, what I'm gonna do later today, my whole week's plan, the flow of this video, some other stuff in the back of my mind. So I'm going to just get on with the day, and hopefully that loosens things up in here and helps my mind be able to be cleared, because I'm gonna take another swing at this later in the day, and hopefully I'm successful. So maybe it was because I wasn't done with work yet, or maybe it was because I wasn't in real nature. Maybe. Later in the afternoon after work, I took my second 20-minute meditation attempt outside. While the sun felt good, there were just too many distractions around me. Just there's bugs, I don't know, stuff landed on me, and I feel like I gotta look behind me. I don't think I'm ready to just meditate outside, to be honest with you. It's just, I can't even. This was harder than inside. Two 20-minute sessions of what felt like a complete waste of time. As weak as this may sound, I was about ready to give up on this experiment altogether. But I decided to give it at least one more 20-minute attempt for the day. During this session, I chose to sit upright in a chair with my feet on the ground and not use my phone for any background ambience, and rather just sit up straight in the quiet living room, focusing on my breath. And it was here that I felt like I had a small breakthrough that encouraged me to continue this experiment to discover just what there is on the other side of successful meditation. So most of the time when I was trying not to think, but I was still thinking, I did feel like I got to a point where I was only having single thoughts of one thing, rather than having a stack of things waiting to be thought about. Does that make any sense? Right here, I'm present, here. Dude, this whole thing is upside down. I'll see y'all tomorrow when we continue this. Based on my research, I found that for a more enhanced, proper meditation, it's important to sit in a straight up position, with the full lotus position where the bottom of the feet are facing upwards, apparently being the most optimal. However, after the experience I had on day 1, I found it easier for me to get into an initial meditative state, sitting at the edge of a chair with my feet flat on the ground. Now, I also found that using headphones helped me cut out more noise, and the nature sounds that I was choosing to listen to came through with a more natural, full body sound than just the phone speakers. Sitting there for 20 minutes at a time, 3 times a day, from days 2 to 3, I did feel like I was improving at maintaining this mindfulness state. However, I couldn't stay in it longer than what felt like 5 seconds. Ceremonial grade. Gotta do it for the video. Ooh. Oh. So I discovered that the monks like to use a very high-grade form of green tea known as matcha that can be used to help further their meditative state. While matcha does have caffeine like coffee, it also contains theanine, which can help one achieve a calm, relaxed focus, which I guess would be ideal for meditation. Did this help? Maybe, but honestly guys, I think I just wanted to buy something. I also discovered on day 4 that it was more beneficial for me to break up my 1 hour of meditation a day into more shorter sessions. So something I've been doing today is I've already had a few sessions, but I've cut them shorter. I've been timing them out for either 5 or 10 minutes, like this one was 10 minutes. But I think these shorter sessions might be better because it gives me more chances. I think when I was going for those like 20-minute sessions, just trying to knock it out and get into the zone, I think I eventually kind of got tired and was just wondering like, oh my gosh, am I wasting my time? And then my thoughts would spiral. I think I am getting somewhere, so I'm going to continue this positive mindset and continue these attempts. All right. Trying so hard not to try. So much effort to not give effort. Why was this so hard for me? Well, as I slowly improved, I started to realize it was due to many, many years of training myself to think always of the future or of the past. Why did I do that? Why did I do this? What if this happens? What if that happens? Going down multiple thought rabbit holes, constantly living in a state of reflection or future predictions. I slowly began to realize that this was all some kind of mental protection mechanism to make me feel like I was in more control than I actually was. And through hours of practicing this mindfulness meditation, I was slowly beginning to learn that I had to let go of this desire to control. So rather than just being mindful and meditating, for me, facing this problem at its core is what eventually led me to success. Ah, man, I had everything I wanted to say, and now it's like the camera's on, I'm freezing. You think I'd be used to this? If you only knew how many takes I do, you'd be like, dude, what is wrong with you, bro? But I'm gonna try to keep this one take here. So, while I do really feel like I have gotten better at meditating and getting into a meditative state and experienced some benefits, the only problem is I have been thinking ahead too much still about how I'm going to make this video and film these meditation sessions. And I think this stress about filming this video on meditating is actually counteracting a lot of the benefits I'm getting from meditating and leading me to just be neutral, if not even worse off, but perhaps. So what I'm going to do for these next 2 days is I am not going to worry about filming anything. I'm not going to film anything. I'm just going to focus on meditating. That's what we're doing. All right. Silly enough, the mere act of worrying about how I was filming my meditation sessions caused me to constantly go down the creative process thinking rabbit hole when I should have just been being mindful of that thought and letting it pass. So I made the decision to not film any meditation session for the next 48 hours. And ladies and gentlemen, this appeared to pay off big. Throughout the first 5 days of this experiment, I did feel like I was progressing and getting better at just relaxing into a meditative-like state. However, yesterday, day 7, I felt like I had an absolute breakthrough. So it felt like at first when I was into my meditation sessions, the typical thoughts would come to my mind, like, what am I going to do after this? Like, what am I doing later today? What's the plan for the week? And then, that would classically end up in these thought spirals. However, for some reason, and I think a lot has to do with just allowing myself to de-stress from not worrying about filming it, but also just from all of this trial and error, finally, I got to this state where it just felt like I was able to almost observe a thought, let it go past. Like I'm in a dark room, these thoughts are coming by like projector screens, but then they just continue to go by and they fade away. It felt as if I was able to separate my thoughts from my present. I am present and conscious here, and my thoughts are just floating by. As of today, this morning, I feel a lot more clear. My thoughts feel smooth. I just feel better. But yeah, I'm gonna film a little bit more now. Hopefully that doesn't bump me out of this ability to meditate deeper like I am. All in all, things are looking up. I think I'm doing it right. I think I'm on the right path. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna continue exploring this, and also maybe later try some new meditation techniques. I'll let you know about those, but for now, I just started really feeling like I've been doing well at mindfulness meditation, so today I'm gonna really focus on that. that's where we're at. I finally felt like I was having a significant breakthrough. One word I feel like most accurately describes this breakthrough is acceptance. Rather than taking any thought, overanalyzing it, and trying to find various solutions, thinking of various outcomes, etc., I was merely accepting thoughts and allowing them to pass by. Now, for centuries, it has been believed and even studied that these intermittent sessions of a tranquil mind can lead to a wide array of many benefits from the mind, the body, and even beyond. Now, at this time in the experiment, some benefits that I felt like I was noticing that were correlated to this mindfulness meditation were better sleep. I felt like it was taking me less time to go to bed, and then I felt like while my sleep wasn't perfect, I was staying asleep longer and waking up feeling more rested. I also felt like I had this all-encompassing reduction of stress, as if there was something deep in my subconscious that was resonating this chronic stress. Well, it felt like it had been dissolved. And something else I couldn't help but notice is it felt like my performance in the gym was more dialed, like I had better mind-muscle connection and smoother cardio. While I wasn't any stronger, I felt more efficient, and I felt this like exercise clarity. Feeling like I was experiencing some significant positive changes from just this one type of meditation, I was curious to try some others. And on the 9th day of this experiment, that's exactly what I did. So I just got done with 5 minutes of focus meditation where you pick something to focus on. It was recommended, maybe pick a candle flame or something like that, something peaceful to focus on, and just allow thoughts to pass and let them go. Just similar to that, it's supposed to help you get into the meditative state. However, the flame, like I have like a flame burned in my vision right now. I'm certain that'll go away. I'm certain. Whoa. So I just got done with about 15 minutes of guided meditation. I found this app. It's called Mesmerize. It's got a bunch of trippy visuals you can just swipe and look at while you're, whoa. What is that? Whoa! While you're doing various forms of meditation. So I did a guided meditation. That's where an instructor talks you through how to feel, what to visualize, etc., and you listen to him or her. I just chose basically the default, and I found one on energizing. It went pretty good. I liked it, but maybe it was a little too distracting, or maybe I didn't find the right one. What the heck? Look at this. Gosh, there's so many. Oh, that's cool. Whoa. Or should I say, Wom. Trying to do some guided mantra meditation now. That's where you like repeat a phrase. A classical phrase is the Om. It's supposed to create powerful vibrations in like the lower abdomen, and like I really felt that. It felt like I was resonating through my entire body. That might be a type I choose to dive into more, even though it's probably going to be annoying to like my wife if she's home. Interesting. That one was interesting. So another form of meditation that I just decided to practice is a visualization meditation, visualizing your destiny. And I'm here in the gym. There's this basketball hoop right here, and I literally just sat down on the ground in front of it, stared at it and the ground beneath it for a good couple of minutes, and just visualized myself slamming that basketball on that thing, because that's one of my long-term goals. That would be absolutely incredible. So what happened after these 10 days meditating for 1 hour every day? What are the takeaway points? What did I learn? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to find out. Whoa. So after meditating for an hour a day for 10 days straight, I completely stopped meditating. Yes, for about a whole week, I just was like, I'm done with meditating. I'm done with this video. I filmed everything I need, and I'm done. And during that week, I became a mess. And silly enough, at first I wasn't even attributing that messy mindset to not meditating anymore. I was just thinking like, oh, like it's just one of those weeks. Until, silly enough, I really started editing this video, and I realized how like calm I start to look towards the end of this, and just how more peaceful and focused I looked. Duh. You know? So an hour a day is a very long time. In fact, I think a lot of that time was, I don't want to say wasted, but it wasn't efficient. Like I didn't get into an optimal meditative state. However, all of those hours were time spent learning to get into this meditative state. And I really think that paid off in the end of this experiment. Now, after the 7 days of no meditation and just getting completely bleh, I decided you know what? Let's start meditating once again. So since then, for the past about 5 days, I have been doing about 5 minutes of mindfulness meditation once to twice a day. Now, over these past 5 days, like in this experiment, I found that I really seem to be able to get into that state when I'm just sitting down in a chair with my feet on the ground and listening to nature sounds. Or if the time is right and it's just like really kind of quiet around here, I can do it without any sound, and honestly that's actually the best. Now, the other spot I really find myself easy to get into mindfulness meditation is doing a red light session. So I can set the timer on the red light for 5 minutes, which is perfect for the red light treatment, and during that I just can find myself easily slipping into that mindfulness meditation state. Maybe it's the hum of the fans, maybe it's just the warm feeling on the back. Really good spot where I'm going to continue doing mindfulness meditation from here on out. Now, some other forms of meditation that I did explore towards the end of this experiment that I think I am going to try to implement further on: the visualization meditation. I feel like there might be something there when it comes to achieving a goal that I, yes, am going for, trying to dunk. I am going to dunk. That's right, you gotta visualize the success already. That's what I did for air flares back in the day. I already had them. I had them in my mind. But yeah, that's gonna be a whole another video, maybe even a series. Who knows? What do you guys wanna see? With that being said, let me know your experience with meditation, if you tried it at all, and what type you tried. And also let me know any forms of meditation or anything like this you would suggest for me to try. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned. I will see you all